Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 10th episode of Elder Zoomers Gaming Guild podcast. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Now that I've caught my breath.
Yeah. You
All
know
right.
what? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little drunk, so that's great. Doing good.
I was wondering why you were going cross-eyed every few seconds. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not. You were straight up going cross-eyed.
All right. First things first, we're going to talk about Halo Infinite's lack of content and the fact that there was no tie-in with the series that came out today. What's up with that?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's that 343 is dying.
Can I jump in with this?
Go for it.
Can I jump in with this?
The mic is yours. Take it.
Okay. So, so this has been really interesting to me. I find it incredibly fascinating that like both Halo Infinite. So Halo Infinite has really dropped the ball with content, and then Halo the series has not been promoted by Halo Infinite at all. And I find that so fascinating. Like, why do you guys think that's the case? I mean,
well, and it's being promoted everywhere else. I saw photos on Twitter of like there's a one of the subway stations in New York has Master Chief like painted on the side of it. I'm like, okay,
dude,
so,
I've been seeing so many advertisements for it, and like, why isn't it that in the most recent Halo game we haven't been seeing Halo Halo Paramount Plus advertisements? It just doesn't make any sense.
You know what's funny?
Xbox. Oh, go ahead, Nico.
You know what's funny? So ARC announced, is it a year or 2 years ago now? About the time at the most recent gaming thing, they announced ARC 2 and
Vin Diesel.
With Vin Diesel and
Vin Diesel?
Yeah. Vin Diesel's the main character of ARC 2. Anyway,
he shows up and he's like family, and then a pterodactyl flies by.
Emily.
Yeah, actually.
You know what
I'm not even kidding. Watch the trailer.
Oh no,
it's great. Anyway. So they announced that, and they announced an animated show, basically telling Helena's story. Who's like one of the main characters in the background of the first game. So those two announcements have ever since then been like on the message of the day thing at the top on the when you load up the game. So it's just it's constantly there, and they do like promotional skins and stuff for your hatchet or your fucking a cartoon raptor skin for the animated series. They have all this, like you just log in and you get it.
Yeah, that's what I expected to see in Halo Infinite. Like I expected to see, hey, we're gonna add, we're gonna do a new event and have some armor from like Silver Team, which is
or at least in the message. That's a good point, Nico. At least in the message of the day.
Yep.
Yeah, or something.
Like they have those messages for like Black History Month, Women's Appreciation Month. They didn't even rep their own show. That is free advertisement.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they haven't been repping their own show. It doesn't make any sense.
But like when you like boot up your Xbox, you do see an ad first thing for Paramount Plus and the Halo series. So it's like, okay, they have it there, but not in their game. Like, I don't know.
So
I think it comes down to the fact.
Why do you guys think that is?
I think it comes down to the fact that it has been shown multiple times. I mean, you can literally go and look this up, but all of their like dev heads are quitting. Like many people.
So
the
you
Sandbox
think it's turnover?
The guy who's making the guy who's leading the team that makes the fucking maps quit 3 weeks ago. The multiplayer head just quit.
Okay.
Like I think it's because it's becoming a cluster shit show and a money grab, like God forbid Destiny 1. All the employees are abandoning ship before it gets too bad and they get laid off. They're going to other companies. And now they have no people. They only have like interns and temp workers. And that's probably why this is the first week in Halo Infinite story that Halo Infinite store that we didn't get new content. That was at least, a decent promise. You boot up your game and you see some cool new flashy armor and some attachments. And instead, we got the fucking bug-eyed helmet again.
Well, and that was happening before Halo Infinite even came out. Like for years now, especially with its campaign, a lot of people were quitting. They were getting new writers. That's why they hired what's his face, the veteran, they hired him to because he wrote like the old Halos. It's like Jason something. You guys know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, well, so
I know the name.
So after Halo Infinite got delayed in 2020, they pushed it back by a whole year. I'm gonna look up the guy's name because it's gonna bug me. But they hired this guy back. And he actually worked on like the original Halos with Bungie, and 343 hired him back to work to basically turn the ship around because Halo Infinite was, they had just showcased it at E3. People thought the graphics were terrible, the game wasn't ready, got delayed by a whole year. And they were like, okay, we need help. So they hired this guy back, and he was like a veteran. He's basically a Halo veteran. And they also outsourced a lot of their development to basically random people like working from home. Which of course, when you're not all in one studio working on working on the game, that tends to slow down the development and the puzzle pieces don't quite fit together as well. And
can I just say something real quick too?
Yeah, go for it.
So you
Joseph
said something
Staten,
that I feel like is
sorry. Continue.
Oh, okay, all right.
Joseph Staten was his name.
Joseph Staten.
Yeah.
I think that you didn't mean to, but like you made a good point when you say all in. When you have a lot of changing hands, by nature of that, you don't have people who are all in, right? And I think like when you have a studio that is all in, you start to see these other things like promotion of the new series, right? Right now, there's so much chaos. There's so much like moving pieces. I don't know if they can be all in. I don't know if they can be totally focused on the other stuff that's going on.
Oh, yeah, God, no.
It's
no way, because they're just focused on like keeping the ship running, right?
They're barely doing that, I feel like.
They're barely doing
the ship
that.
is not running. The ship is on cruise control.
Exactly. The ship's
if
on cruise
it's
control.
anything like the Titanic, they're fucked because they're gonna hit that iceberg head on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean,
mean,
I was worried because their new season comes out in May, and they've announced 2 new maps, a few new playlists, and that's it. I'm like, or game types, I guess.
And on top of their new season and all this stuff they announced, think about all the stuff they delayed. We were supposed to get co-op campaign. We were supposed to get all this other shit in May.
Yeah.
We were actually supposed to get all that shit in May, and we were supposed to get season 2 before May.
Yeah.
Like everyone's already level 100, except for me because I don't really play the game that much. I'm level 86, in case anyone's wondering. But yeah, they're players. Like literally, everyone's like, I hit level 100. What's the point anymore?
At level 100, I've bought everything in the store. There's nothing else for me to do.
Yeah.
I know.
The events were
my
keeping
whole
the
thing
game,
is like,
but they don't have new events anymore until season 2. I don't think. I think they're just gonna keep
So,
bringing back Tenrai, which is good for the people who haven't finished it. But sorry.
So like, no, you're fine. Honestly, I didn't think I would reach level 100 as quickly as I did. But when I reached level 100, I was like, I don't really have any. I mean, like Tenrai came up, but it was like the same event that it's always been, and I was like, I don't really have any incentive. I don't have any reason to like come back to this game that's like gripping me, right?
Did you even do the tactical ops challenge?
No.
Oh, I did.
That one was kind of cool because he's got the Iron Man gloves, and that one was like okay, like. But
and the armor you got was actually really cool too.
Like,
you got the classic like Master Chief helmet, which I thought was pretty cool. It was the one from like the first Halo Wars, I think, or something. It's like kind of like his Mark V, but a little bit different. I don't know what it's
called. The Mark V Zeta or Veda.
But guys, can I say I think the thing with Halo though is like what draws people to it is not like, oh, I'm gonna 100% this. What draws people to, okay, Nico and others like him accepted, okay? I think the thing that draws people to Halo is like, whoa, wow. It's those experiences. And has anyone gotten those from Halo
The campaign was
I mean,
pretty great.
Has that
The
happened
campaign
yet?
was good, and I felt like that at first at the multiplayer, but
We
now
haven't
it's just
played
kind of gotten
campaign yet
stale.
because
It
we're
hasn't
waiting
changed
for
that
the
much.
co-op.
But okay, but here's the thing though, is like co-op's been offset, sure, but like the multiplayer, has anything showed up that's like, whoa?
I gotta admit, once you get good with the skewer, that's pretty dope.
Oh yeah, when you
trick-shotting
one-shot a
people with the
vehicle, it's
skewer.
pretty fun.
See, that's the thing. The gameplay hasn't changed. The gameplay is phenomenal.
Yeah,
just
it's
a lack
still
of like
Halo.
It
newer
hasn't.
content.
And that's why
I said
honestly, I even feel bad mentioning it. I feel bad because it's like the game as you play it is really good,
Can I bring up one other thing though that I just
but
thought
the
about?
additional stuff, it's not there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One other thing that I just thought of. Can we just also acknowledge this? We're having a conversation and being lenient with the fact that Halo doesn't allow co-op, and Halo used to be the fucking split screen god.
It
Yeah.
used to be the couch co-op god, dude.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
remember? I still have video from I think my eighth, like not my like 8th grade, so I was like 14 birthday party when we were all playing Halo 3 on my 360.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I
I
still
remember
have
that.
the video
yeah.
of that, and we were playing with 4
Oh my god.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you can't even play co-op campaign on
Uh-huh.
2 Xboxes.
I know
Yeah,
what video you're
man,
talking
it's-
about. I can see it in my head still. Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
It feels so basic. It
that
feels
start-
so rudimentary.
that started with Halo 5, and I get it, you know. I mean, in a way, because a lot of games don't do split screen anymore. One, because of how complex games have become, and also because so many people have internet now and their own console. It's like, okay, I get that, but they did say that Halo. So after Halo 5 got a lot of backlash for not having split screen, 343 did come out and say our next Halo will have split screen, and maybe they said that just to calm fans down.
That was a
but
fucking lie.
yeah,
Man,
it was a
I'm sorry.
lie.
That
It
was
a
lie.
I'm
Honestly,
gonna send you guys a
even if they
documentary.
come
There's a
out with
guy on
split
YouTube
screen.
who did an hour and a half long documentary, and it is the saddest thing I've ever seen. It is this guy straight up taking the beginning, I think like 5 years ago when 343 started talking about Halo Infinite, and it's all this shit that they said the game was gonna have and how it was gonna be the pinnacle of Halo. And then it's just like, oh dude, it paints 343 in a bad light.
You know what's
Oh,
even
yeah.
worse than that? You know what makes that even sadder?
What?
I think this game has the potential to be that, and it's just
It
not.
does.
It does.
Dude, that's the thing. If this game has the potential, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It has the potential because of all the leaves, because of all the fucking bullshit. It hasn't lived up to that.
And part of
Honestly,
it's not 343. I mean, well, maybe it is 343's fault. I don't know why people are leaving. I mean, there could be numerous reasons, but they're just
It's just
having
crazy. It's not a
rock-
fucking Blizzard thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, like, it can't get worse than Blizzard. Like, I don't understand why
Yeah.
people are leaving. If
Yeah.
you ain't getting a penis put in your face, it ain't that. Okay.
I mean, it could always be worse. We never know.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. The hardest part of making a video game is actually making the video game.
Yeah.
And 343 did that part right. The gunplay, the graphics, the feeling of the game, it all works. The hardest part is the part they got right. The easy stuff, continually adding new content, that's the part they're struggling with.
Shit,
I be
it's
real?
looking like fucking custom games.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my gosh. can we
Theater
get-
doesn't even work still.
Can
How
I
long
be
has this
real?
game been
They
out?
should have delayed it.
Yeah, they should have.
They should have delayed
They
it.
should have
another
delayed it by
year.
another year.
Yeah, they should have delayed.
Honestly.
Should have. They should have.
You know
They
that
should have
quote?
just been, hey guys, here's
Yeah.
what's up. We're delaying it. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna be real. Every single game company this year has fucked up.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
not
a
been
lot of
one
them.
game company to make a good game, except for Elden Ring.
I was
but
gonna
that's
say.
yeah, except for
Well,
Elden
and are you
Ring.
talking about
Except for Elden
2022 or
Ring. And I'm
2021?
gonna say this.
Yeah.
The story wasn't as engaging, but as for a functioning game with a actual released roadmap that they're delivering on, and that is feeling like the original game, Dying Light 2.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Dying Light 2 is immaculate. I love it.
Yeah, they took their time.
They took
With
their
that-
time.
with
They
that
took
game.
fucking 8 years.
Yeah,
And-
it took the same amount of time as Halo Infinite. The first Dying Light and Halo 5 both released in 2015. So they both had almost 7 years.
I mean, you know the quote, A delayed game is eventually good, but a
rushed
rushed game is bad forever.
Yeah, and
Nope.
so I did hear that some 343 devs did want the game to be delayed again,
Mhm.
and I see both sides of it because Halo Infinite was supposed to launch with the Series X in November of 2020. Master Chief is on the back of the box.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's
like it was supposed to be there, and obviously that didn't end up happening. And I get both perspectives because Microsoft probably said, hey, what we have does play well, and we already delayed the game by a whole year. Halo's 20th anniversary is coming up, so they were trying to make that milestone, make everything work. And the Halo series was coming out early 2022, so they wanted
pretty
the game
shitty.
out.
Pretty shitty 20th anniversary. Here's a broken game. Well, not here's a
Yeah.
broken game, but here's a game with no content.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I get Microsoft's side of like, and there's also the whole business and investors, all that stuff. Like, I
Here's
get
a-
it, but I get their side, but I also understand the devs who are like, we don't have everything ready yet. We don't have Forge ready. We don't have the co-op campaign ready yet. The campaign needed more work because this is the first open world campaign. So, you know, they have to do more development on it. It's
But-
different than the past linear games. I get that, but still,
But here's the thing. I think it's like, even though you're not putting out like a broken game, right? Like it's
Mhm.
it's so good. I mean, that's
the game's not
I
broken.
want
It
to I
works.
want to
It's just lacking content.
It's the thing. It's
Exactly.
not a broken game. It's like, here's a flawless sliver of a game.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like having a really good pizza,
Nico.
but only one
And-
slice.
Exactly. 100%.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and that's exactly how I would put it. Is it's like, here's honestly a game that is like standalone in terms of gameplay. Best Halo in terms of gameplay. But the fucking content, bro. I mean, honestly, it's kneecapping itself. It's
Mhm.
kneecapping its own success because it's not living up to this kind of like additional aspect. The mechanics, perfect. Honestly, I've never played a Halo multiplayer that's felt more right.
Yeah, it flows. It flows
But
like water. It
it
plays
really
so
does.
good. And what's sad is that even okay, so they don't have a lot of maps and a lot of game modes, but if they had Forge mode and or custom games included at launch, people would have made their own stuff, and it
Yeah,
wouldn't have mattered as much. It wouldn't.
The
stand
fan
out
base
so
would have
much.
just did it. It's like,
Yeah.
let's be real. It's like Elder Scrolls.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Every few decades, Bethesda
the thing-
drops
the thing with-
semi-finished games, and the fans fix it.
Yep.
The fans
thing is-
finished it
The
up.
thing is with
It just works.
Elder Scrolls and Fallout, the games are getting progressively worse with each year. Like, have you noticed that? It's just been a constant
Bro,
downward
Fallout
slope.
76.
It's been a constant downward slope.
Well, we
But
haven't seen a new Elder Scrolls.
More
since
tools to
in a
modify
decade.
it as the years have gone on. So it's just the community makes the games flawless and insane longevity.
Yeah.
Thank you, modders. Continue.
Honestly.
Continue doing God's work.
Honestly, dude.
Yeah. No, I think to wrap up this topic, you know, Halo Infinite was really promising. I think it can still bounce back, but they need to get this content out with season 2, and they need to do it. I mean, that's it. If season 2 does not bring a lot of people back, I don't know if they're going to recover. I mean, it's coming out in May. I think it's May. Is it May 22nd or something like that? So I mean, there's about 2 months roughly until season 2. They need to get their ducks in a row and make season 2 as good as they can possibly be. Deliver as much content as possible, because if there's still no Forge or custom games or co-op campaign by season 2, a couple maps and a few new game modes are not gonna hold people till
It's
fall.
not sufficient. It's really not sufficient. And I think that's maybe in a past iteration of Halo that would have been sufficient,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But with where gaming is right now, I'm sorry, but you have to meet the benchmark.
Yeah.
And I don't, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, and like, let's talk about this for a second. With all the development stuff that's going on, with all the dev studio drama that's going on, I can't help but say, okay, I understand the real human aspect of of this, right?
Mhm.
There's humans making this game, and they're going through stuff, right? So at the end of the day, I have to consider that. But does that mean we lower the standard? Does that
No.
mean when it comes to stuff coming out? No.
It's backed by Microsoft. They have so much money. Someone leaves,
They do.
replace them.
They do. I
People
think
need jobs.
it's like okay, so you've encountered. Here's my thinking. You've encountered a difficulty, right? You've encountered this situation. Now what do? Right?
Yeah.
Are you
You
going
have
to
to
play
adapt.
behind the 8 ball? Are you going to play behind the 8 ball, or are you going to get in front of it?
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah, and we're back. So, so CD Projekt Red announced a new Witcher game is in development, which is cool. I loved Witcher 3, and I'm excited to see a new one.
Got the same development team as Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So a couple things. I'm just gonna say my opinion real quick, and then I want to hear from you guys more so. First things first is CD Projekt Red is moving away from their Red engine, which was used on Cyberpunk and I believe on Witcher 3 as well, and they will be moving to Unreal Engine 5. Good thing about this is it's more familiar to a lot of people, so hiring people to develop the game will be easier. On the flip side, though, it kind of stinks because it's cool that these different developers have different engines because it provides more variety. But with it, with more games going to Unreal Engine, it's like, well, they kind of start to look and feel the same a little bit more.
Yeah.
So there's that,
Mhm.
and there's also, of course, CD Projekt Red's recent track record with Cyberpunk has people a little bit worried. But I want to know what
I
you guys
drove
think.
into
What do you guys
invisible
think?
walls.
Honestly, I don't think they'll fuck up The Witcher the way they did Cyberpunk.
I don't think so either. I don't think.
But-
They can't.
Bro,
afford
I
to.
said that about
But-
343 with Halo Infinite.
But I will not be pre-ordering. I will not be buying day one. I will be waiting for the reviews and waiting to see the gameplay.
Me
It's as
too.
simple as that.
Dude, that's me with every game now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty
yeah,
much.
same, but like very much so with this. Like I
Yeah,
probably won't be buying the first week. What the fuck?
Peyton, why are you?
You guys
here
seeing that?
They're duplicating.
Okay.
Peyton, why are you here twice? Okay.
Anyway.
We're just gonna continue.
Plus, with
We're
the
just gonna
fucking Witcher
continue.
3, I don't know if you guys played the
There we go, okay.
Blood and Wine DLC for Witcher 3, but that had a
Yes.
very
Uh-huh.
definitive ending to the Witcher series.
It
Like
did.
like
It-
not
it
just
really
like
did.
the finality of the main game, but like the Blood and Wine DLC like put a
Well,
nice
so
little bow
C-
on it.
CD
Like that was
Projekt
it.
Red
That was done.
Did come out and say, "Hey, this new Witcher game, it's gonna basically launch. This is gonna be like a new series, new
Okay.
characters. You might see
Oh.
some familiar faces, things like
No
that.
Geralt?
This is very much. Yeah, I don't think Geralt, or is it Gerald?
It's Geralt.
Geralt.
I
I
said
don't.
Geralt, didn't I? I'm tired.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's Geralt.
yeah, I don't think Geralt's gonna be in it. And I
That's
don't know
fine.
if we're gonna
Good.
see any familiar characters.
Let him retire.
But yeah,
He's
honestly,
earned it,
like,
the motherfucker.
I'm down to see new characters, in this
You know what I
existing
want?
world. Like, let's do it. Huh. What's up?
I would love to see either. I could see it going a few different ways, right? Story wise, I think it'd be cool to be like set after Witcher 3 and be like, trying to rebuild the Wolf School because it's basically non-existent at this point. I think Geralt's, depending on how you played the game, Geralt and like one or two other Witchers are left. That's it for the whole school.
Mhm.
Or go full fucking RPG and pick a school to start and have that be like a thing you could do,
Hogwarts Legacy, but Witcher.
Yeah. No, seriously, make it a full RPG. That'd be fucking insane.
Hey, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'm down to see what they come up with. I think they're gonna obviously they finished their story with Geralt, so
Mhm.
they're gonna do something new, and I'm eager to see what comes out of it. I mean, the Witcher world is so large, so expansive. There's a lot they can do with it. So I mean, they don't have to have Geralt in it forever. Like, it doesn't need to always be about him. I'm interested in seeing other characters. I thought it would be Ciri. I feel like with the way Witcher 3 left off, I feel like Ciri could have
I don't see
done
that.
something. But
The way with the Witcher 3 left off, I don't. Depending on your ending, I mean, any of her endings, really, it's pretty well set with what she's doing for the future. Even the most open-ended one, I don't see her being involved with much of anything.
Yeah, that's kind of the one I was referencing too. I just feel like we could have seen her again, but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it is true. Witcher 3
You know,
was very
the
much
best
like-
ending, as we know.
Yeah, yeah, and I do think
I don't. What's the
Don't worry
best
about it.
ending?
Don't worry about it.
that'll be at the after show. But yeah, no, I think I mean I loved, you know, the open world, the
Mhm.
graphics were incredible. Oh my gosh, that
Dude,
game still
Tucson-
holds up so well.
Oh, fairy
Yeah.
tale come to life. Gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
Quite literally a fairy tale come to life, depending on some of the quests you do.
yeah.
It-
Oh yeah, absolutely.
amazing.
It's incredible.
Gorgeous.
But yeah, I think a lot of people
And
are
the
looking.
stories, man, the stories are what made that game. Even the side quests, the small little one-offs just felt
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
real and
Stories were good.
gut-wrenching. Oh my god.
Yeah, that series really had great potential, and it was quality.
And lived
the
up to
whole
it.
game was quality.
Witcher 3 is 10 out of 10 to this day.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
I agree.
and I think some people are you know, skeptical about, you know, Witcher 4, given
Mhm.
you know, Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
and you know, moving to the new engine will be interesting change for them, but I don't think this game is saying it now. I don't think it can be as bad as Cyberpunk, and I don't think it will be. I'm still gonna remain cautious about it, and I'm not gonna pre-order, but I think it has potential.
Gentlemen, knock on wood.
Knock on wood. I'm at a wooden desk right now. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, so we only got a trailer for it. It's one of those like 4v1 style games, like Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
The Predator,
Yeah.
Predator Hunting Grounds, I think is what it was called. If you guys ever played Evolve, similar
Mhm.
thing. It's one of those.
Bro,
Oh, yeah,
Evolve. Evolve was
Yeah.
ahead of its time.
Yeah,
It's
one
with
of those.
Zulu guys.
Yeah, it's one of those kinds of games, and it's going to be Ghostbusters. So you have 4 Ghostbusters, and you have someone playing the ghost. I think that could be really fun to stream. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's not a AAA super high quality game. You know, graphics are a little cartoony. It's you know, probably gonna be a smaller scale
Fine.
game. It might not even retail at $60. It might retail at 40 or 50 or something. But
Oh, retail
I think for
$60
what
a
it's gonna
month.
be, I feel like it has the potential to be just a fun game. You know, like a game that a lot of people might be streaming, and especially with if you guys haven't seen it, Ghostbusters Afterlife was a phenomenal movie. I loved it.
That already came out.
Yeah, it released in theaters in November, and I think it's out on digital now, so you can
Holy
watch it.
shit! I thought it got delayed. Truthfully,
Oh yeah, no, great movie. The director of the original movie, right?
that was the one with the Stranger Things kid, right?
Yeah. So the guy who directed the first 2 Ghostbusters movie, his son actually directed this new one, and he was on set, like making sure all the details were perfect. Great movie. It's so good.
Could you imagine
it's
as the director,
awesome,
you're being like,
dude.
"All right, guys, we're gonna do this," and you hear a cough in the background. Wait 1 second, let me ask my dad. All right, guys, never mind. We're doing this.
Yeah, no, but like seriously, I mean, and some people didn't like it, but me personally, I loved Ghostbusters Afterlife. It was a great new story with new characters, but it paid a great homage to the originals as well. It was just,
I mean,
it was great. I loved it, and I think this game
anything beats
can
the full
be good.
female cast.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
I just pretend that one doesn't exist. But yeah, no, I think this game could be a lot of fun. I feel like people are going to be streaming it too. I think it could be a really fun game to stream.
I'm gonna be streaming it. Sub and follow.
Stream it, dude. I
Niczen.
will buy it and I will play it. It looks like fun.
All these mofo's will probably be there too. It'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it launches, I feel like you can definitely garner some views with that.
Oh yeah.
Not much else is known about the game so much. It is first person. It's like a first person shooter.
And it looks like there's like
pretty cool.
5 or so different ghost types.
Yeah. And playing as the ghost looks like it's pretty cool. Like you can like go through the walls and it leaves like the goo splatter and stuff. Like it's cool. I mean, it looks like you're playing something out of the movie. Like, you know, it looks fun. And I think a lot of people are gonna like that. Did anyone else want to say anything about Ghostbusters? Because I have one other topic we can throw in before we wrap up at 10 o'clock.
I got nothing.
Okay. Last thing I want to talk about, and I think I'm the only person that's played this game, so hopefully I'm not the only one talking so much. But um, Godfall, which was originally only on PS5 and on PC via the Epic Game Store, later released on the PlayStation 4, and is now coming to Xbox and Steam. Godfall is
Was that the one that was
it's a
like
looter third-person action game.
yeah, that was like the fashion looked
Oh,
like I don't know when time period. It looked like a time period thing, like Victorian or French
No,
something.
No,
not
no,
at
no,
all.
no.
I'm looking
It's
at it online.
I think it's
it
different.
reminds me of Bionicle, kind of. It's
Oh.
weird. It's like
What am I thinking of?
Bionicle, huh?
it's very fantasy, but like
I'll
the
play this.
armors that
This looks
that the
dope.
characters have are pretty cool. The gear that you get is cool. I did not pay full price for the game. I bought it on sale for $20, and I think at that price it
Oh, never
was
mind.
a fun game. It's not something incredibly special or phenomenal, but I enjoyed it more than most people, and the fact that it's coming to I think it's Game Pass material. Easily
Greedfall.
Game
That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, Greedfall. I've played some of Greedfall too. That game is that game's pretty cool. But yeah, this is I see how you got confused. There's similar.
Yeah.
Godfall.
Godfall. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Godfall is definitely a different beast. Graphics are beautiful.
Mhm.
The graphics are good, and the gameplay is very fluid. On the PS5 there was a 60 FPS mode and a 30 FPS mode with better graphics, so you could pick between the two. I love the 60 FPS mode. It was
Obviously.
great. But yeah, it's a fun game. Stories, there's not a whole lot there, but the just the world I think is really interesting to explore. And just the way you collect items and do challenges, level up your guy, it's cool. And I'm excited that more people are going to get to play it. I do hope it ends up in Game Pass or something like that, because I feel like it's a game that's good for that.
Kind
you
of looks
know,
like futuristic Elden Ring.
could be. I definitely recommend you guys watch some gameplay and check out a trailer or something for it. Nico, I think I've talked to you about it before. I feel like it's a game that you might potentially like.
Yeah.
It's not a very long game. I mean, it can be if you want to go and do everything, but
Mhm.
I enjoyed my time with it, so I'm excited to see more people to be able to play it on Xbox and on Steam. I believe it's a digital release only. As far as I'm aware, the only console that got a physical release of the game was the PlayStation 5.
Mhm.
I believe all the PC versions were digital, and I believe the PS4 and Xbox versions are going to be digital as well, at least starting off. But yeah, I hope I hope it comes to Game Pass and people play it and like it, because I thought it was a fun game, and
Mhm.
it wasn't worth $60 in my opinion. Definitely, if you want to buy it, get it on sale. But I enjoyed it. Have any of you guys seen anything on it? Like ever watched any gameplay footage?
It kind of
Okay.
looks like a game I used to
No.
play as a kid called Adventure Quest Worlds.
Oh my god, AQW, I love
Oh,
that game.
Adventure Quest Worlds.
Good times.
AQW!
Yeah. I
That's
miss those
funny.
old Flash games, dude.
Yeah. Oh
They're
yeah.
great.
Back in the day, man, those were
Mhm.
fun. Do you guys remember Free Realms?
Why
I
does it
never
sound
played
familiar?
it. I never played it, but I remembered the ads for it. The guy that did the voice of the character was it was James Arnold Taylor, the guy that voiced like Johnny Test and Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank and all that.
Hmm.
The commercial would go, "This is Free Realms," and they would like show the game.
Wait,
it
was
weird.
Free Realms the Cartoon Network thing?
I think so. Wait.
Where it was like
wait.
it was like an MMO almost, where it was just like all the different Cartoon Network characters like coming into one world, and you could like go through the open world and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. I don't think that was it. I don't think.
Okay.
Because there was a weird like I don't even know what the creature was in the commercial. It kind of looked like Crash Bandicoot a little bit, but not really. I don't know, but I just remember that ad, and I thought you guys. It was always that, and then Wizard 101 were the two commercials that would always be like within the same break.
Yeah. I loved Wizard 101 when it first came out.
I never played that game, but
It's pretty good.
I would see the ads for it so much, and I was like, huh. Dude, back when video games were so much cheaper to produce,
Right.
Like, and people didn't care about graphics.
Yeah.
So they could just make bank off of these like games and advertise them on a kids television network.
I love seeing people like shit on Elden Ring for the graphics, and I'm like, okay, loser.
It shouldn't be. People shouldn't like bag on it for that. I do
Honestly.
admit I love Elden Ring. I don't think the graphics, mostly with the character models, the world looks great, but I don't think the character models are quite up to snuff.
Oh no,
Especially
they're the same character models we've had for the last 10 years.
yeah.
I don't
yeah.
think there's anything wrong with it. I think it
I
works
agree.
perfectly
It's not
fine.
bad. It's not bad. It just looks a little outdated. But again, I don't strike that as a negative. It's just the style. You know,
It
they've
honestly
kept that
adds more
style. It's
terror
fine.
because it's an 8-bit dude running at you, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, like when you look at the hair and stuff, you can tell it's
Yeah.
like Xbox 360 game level, you know, stuff. Especially when you compare it to like Horizon Forbidden West, when you can see like Aloy's peach fuzz and stuff, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
Bro,
like,
at least the weather actually works. Like that's the thing. It's like, oh, the graphics aren't that good. It's like, bro, Vanguard, Battlefield 2042, Halo.
Yeah, at least the game. Yeah.
At least the game works.
And there's so much content. Oh my gosh.
There is.
Get
I'm not even to the first boss yet, and I'm level 44.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Is there anything else anyone wanted to talk about before we wrap up here?
Game developers, just do better. Please.
It's not
Game
completely-
developers, we love you.
It's not
Studio
the
heads,
devs. It's
Fuck
the
off and do the
frickin'
right thing.
It's the executives and the
Shareholders.
investors and all
yeah.
that. Yeah,
That's what I don't
where the issue
understand.
is. The devs are just
Don't-
the people behind the computer trying to make the game work.
Mhm.
They're trying. I don't think it's their fault. But yeah, no,
Never is.
we want to see more Halo Infinite content and fast, because I'm bored. Every time I finish a match in Halo Infinite, it says, you know, it always says, you know, like I complete my challenges, but then my rank stays the same.
Yeah.
It gets boring. It's like I'm not doing it other than cosmetics.
Yep.
And
Bro,
challenges. That's it. Yeah, we need more content.
at this point,
Mhm.
I'm just waiting for Dr. Disrespect's game Midnight Society. That looks good. I didn't get a founder's pass. I'm all pissed about that, Doc, but whatever.
Just get the NFT.
Peyton, I don't know what happened to you, but I hope you're
He's
all
been
right.
gone. It's
And
fucking-
we're gonna end the podcast there, and I'm gonna make sure Peyton's still alive. He probably fell asleep. Anyways,
At least he muted his mic this time.
yeah, thank God.
yeah, that's true. He's not snoring this time, and I'm leaving this in the video. Sorry, Peyton. Anyways, peace out, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. And 243, do better. All right, bye.